How's everyone doing? We are in the second week of the 40 days, 40 life-changing days. How has it been going? I trust that God has enabled you to fast in a meaningful way, to draw near to Him, and to read the devotion, to reflect, I think it's good that as we fast, the hunger in our stomachs reminds us that we need God. I've been feeling that, all right, whether it's lunch or dinner, especially dinner, because, lunch ends and then dinner comes, right? But if you fast dinner, you sleep on an empty stomach. And I know for some Penang people, that's not easy. But that reminds you, I need God. I need to call upon God, I remember one night I was trying to fall asleep, but my stomach kept reminding me, I'm empty. So I kept praying, I kept praying involuntarily, Sometimes that's what happens. Fasting is supposed to do that. So as I read week 2 and day 5 and reflected on God's name, El Elyon, the Most High God, I was reminded that God was able to humble the most powerful man in the world at that time. His name is King Nebuchadnezzar. He ruled a great world empire under Babylon. And God made him eat grass for 7 long years until he knew that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men and gives it to whomever he chooses. Daniel 4:32. And so, PC family, as we seek God these 40 days, let's trust in the sovereignty and the wisdom of God as we seek Him for His will to be done, not our will to be done, in our lives as well as in our church. And let us continue to humble ourselves before Him, remembering that God resists the proud, He gives grace to the humble, James 4:6, and that as we humble ourselves in the sight of the Lord, He will lift us up, James 4:10. It's not easy to see or acknowledge that we have pride. But pride is demonstrated by our dependence on our own abilities. When we spend time in prayer, then we are telling God, God, I need you. When we neglect that, we are saying, I'm all right. I have my own resources, experience, I have good connections. I can get it done. I can get the results I want. And so it's not good enough to, for us to utter a few phrases, God, please help, bless my work, bless my business, bless my study. If we don't invest time to seek God in fasting and prayer, we are actually declaring to God by our actions or lack of it that we really don't need God. We can really do it on our own, right? So I invite you to join your church family as we begin the 3rd week on the 14th of January, to humble ourselves through fasting and prayer, draw close to God, continue to call on Him, and may we experience God's presence and power. Amen.